So George just showed up with our Frontier out of Lexington, and I would say, looking at it, looks like a tree fell on it, or telephone pole, something, I don't know. It's cold out, so we're trying to unload it straight into the building. Let's see what we've got. It looks like it just got the bed of the truck, and that was the big kind of gamble that I took on it. As long as the cab is good, then it should be a fairly straightforward repair. Let's get it unloaded and see what we got. Easy does it, easy does it. Got a dent in the roof. Just can't get a good tow truck driver nowadays. George, what did you do to this thing? The other thing was in perfect shape till you got a hold of it. All right, we got it off the tow truck. Let's check it out. I'm already disappointed. I'm just looking right here at the driver's door. We've got a dent here. This is fixable. We don't have to put a new door on it, but I'm just seeing more and more dents on the cab. We've got a dent here on the driver's side roof line. Fixable, but not ideal. Another dent here on the hood. Fixable, but not ideal. The bumper, grill, everything looks good. Two little dents here on the driver's side fender. Fixable, we don't have to replace the fender. Oh, look at this. I did a repair. More dents here on the passenger side roof line. The roof's got quite a bit of dents on it. We might put a roof skin on it. We might just repair that roof. It's up high enough that it's really out of sight, so we'll probably end up just repairing it. Gosh, the wheels and tires on this thing are in great shape. Whoever owned this truck must not have had it out in the elements much, that's for sure. The tailgate and rear bumper look good, so when we buy our bed, we won't have to get a tailgate because the tailgate's actually in good shape. It was listed as a ride and drive, but George had to unload it off the rollback, so let's just see if it's a dead battery. Hopefully that's all we're dealing with. The key is here, so that's, yeah, and it's just clicking. Sounds like it's probably just a battery. Let's put a jump pack on it real quick, make sure that's all the issue is. All right, Joe's, yeah, look at that. It was only at 6.3 volts. So now we got 12.9 volts in there. Yep, fire it up. Let's see what we got. There you go. That's good. Let's see if we got any lights on. Got any lights on? Not even an airbag light. It had a tree fall on it, and it didn't even set off an airbag light. Go figure. Clearly tree damage, not a telephone pole because of all the other ancillary dents. So a lot of body work to do on this one. I suspect it'll get in and out of mechanical pretty quick because it's got fairly low miles. And just looking at it, it's got new tires, and looks like the previous owner really cared about it and took good care of it. So first it'll come through mechanical front line list, and then it'll be in the body shop for a while. So we got the Frontier over in the body shop because it just makes more sense on this job. Usually we start cars on the mechanical side, but this thing's not even drivable with the bed smashed like that. So we want to get the body work done first, then we can get it over and do the front line list and start driving it on the road. And it's a big job, it's a big job, it's a big job. I don't like getting jobs like this, but I did. This thing has dents all over it, and that's what all these tapes are. We've got dents all along this driver's A-pillar and roof line. We got dents on the roof. We've started grinding them down so that we can put our stud puller on it and start pulling all these dents. We had a pretty big sized dent there in the hood. We've got some more dents over on this roof line, a dent in the door, you know, just dents all over it. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is start pulling all these dents out of the truck. And the way you do that's pretty simple. You grind all the paint off of it, expose down to the bare metal. Then you can take the stud welder along with some studs and weld them, actually tack weld them onto the metal. Then with your slide hammer, you put them on the studs and bam, 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 pull the dents out. Once you got the dents out, then you can put body filler on it and then primer and paint. So let me show you how we do that. So we got the stud welder here. You just press it up against the metal, right where you want it. Hit the trigger, 1, 2, 3, boom, done. Now that you got the studs on there, you can get the slide hammer and pull on them to try to get the dent out a little bit. So you take the little ball, put it on the bottom side, get it free, turn it around, rotate it to lock it in there. There you go. And once it's on there, you just, there we go. And then we'll pull on this one a little bit. All right. There we go. And the last one. All right. There you go. So, needless to say, I'm not an expert at this. I haven't been doing it for years like these guys out here, but that's the principle behind it. You weld the studs, you use the slide hammer, pull out the dents as good as you can, then you put on the body filler, sand that off to make it smooth, and then you prime it, then you put on the color and clear. All right, so we'll have to finish doing that with all of the dents all over the cab, but the big problem with this truck, as you know, is the bed. And I've got just the solution for that. Our friends at All Geyer Auto Parts hooked us up with an unbelievable deal. I was even surprised when I saw this because it was just too good to be true. But we got an entire bed for this truck for $850. How's that for a good deal? Most of them out there were like $2,000. And it was part of actually why I bought the truck. I did research that before I bought it. It has some dents on it, but it's not really a big deal. You can see where they've marked them. And they're all tiny dents. We have to paint the thing anyway. It's already the wrong color. So for us to fix a couple little dents here and there is just not a very big deal. You know, this other side's the same thing. They had to sell it cheap because it has, you know, it's got a bunch of little dents, but that's not a big job for us. So next step with the bed is we got to unbolt that bed, get it out of there. We'll paint this bed first and then we'll mount it back on the trucks. So a little bit of work involved in this part of it. We'll keep taking videos as we go through to show you how we do it. So the guys in the body shop have been working away on this Frontier for a couple days. So I want to just stop in, see how they're coming along, make sure that I'm getting my money's worth. Oh my, this thing's looking pretty good. Got a bunch of primer on it already. Big thing that I remember was the roof. That thing just looked terrible. Oh wow, wow. Who did the roof? Man, he did a good job. That was just like wave central. And this A-pillar here was really bad too. So what all have you guys been doing?
Well, we just got to prep it now. I mean, we got it all in primer, so we got to prep it and paint the cab. Then we got to get the bed off of it to put the new bed on.
It looks like you've been just sanding the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday.
So you're gonna seal it, prime it,
No,
then put the
prime it, seal it, base it, clear it.
Wow, 4 coats.
Yeah, it's
Seal
why
it,
it takes
prime
time.
it, base it, clear it. Wow. Jeez,
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad.
I have to pay you for all 4 of those? Or? All right, why do you have the windshield out of it?
They're putting a new one in it.
Oh, it was all busted up.
Yeah, it was completely busted, so they took it out 2 days ago.
Well, you got the hoods, the dents in the hood. I remember there was a really big dent here. You must have a
that
bunch
one
of
was
filler
bad.
there.
Yeah.
There was some stuff along the top of this fender. You got that done nicely. I remember this door had a really bad dent. You could even see some of the body filler there.
Yeah.
You've done a good job getting that body line back.
It was pretty rough.
There were some dents here. They're all gone. There was something there. I don't remember.
It was just dents.
All right. Well, she's coming along.
It's already busted up.
Yeah, don't be beating it anymore. All right. Well, we're gonna need a new bed now. He's actually got the bed in the paint booth. He's working on it. So let's go take a look. Look at you, John. I caught you working.
That's the first.
Yeah, no, not true. Wow. All right. This thing's coming along quite nicely. Looks like you've already filled all the dents on it. You got a bunch of primer. You've been sanding on it. Doesn't look like this is far off from needing some color sprayed on it, yeah?
It'll be painted today.
Today? Oh, he's teasing me now. What all have you done on it? You've got this side done, obviously.
Yeah, the whole tops were beat up. Nate took care of the big dents that was on the bottoms and tops. So I'm just basically prepping it. And there was some dents along here. I remember that.
Right. Yeah, well, you've done a good job of getting that body line
Yeah,
back.
they hurt.
All right, and another part of this project was we had to sand down the entire inside of the bed because it had some rust on it, but also we're putting a spray and bed liner in it, so you have to prep it before you do that. So the spray and bed liner will go all the way up to here, and then we'll do color from there around to the bottom of the sides. Okay, so I just got back from lunch and I'm kind of anxious to see how the Frontier's coming along, that paint job on the bed. I'm sneaking in on you. Oh, yeah, I can see it. He's already got it painted. It is always so much fun looking at something after it's been painted because it looks so shiny and it's new and everything's all perfect. Gosh, look at this thing. I mean, like, you would never realize this was the same bed that we saw a week ago out in our parking lot with dents and black marks all over it and all rusted up. I mean, look at this thing. This just looks great. This body line here, he's done a great job with that. All the dents that were, remember all the dents that were up through that rail? And with these lights, it really exaggerates if there still is a dent there, you know, if they didn't do it right, and they are just perfect. Whatever we're paying these guys, it's not enough. Same with this side. I mean, look at this. He's got this arch had all kinds of little dents all through there, and then there was a bunch of primer in over here. So kudos on the truck bed, that's looking great. We've obviously still got to do the spray and bed liner on it. Not sure if that's going to happen before or after we get it on the truck. So next is painting the cab. I am so impressed, guys. I've got to admit, it's probably been years since I walked in here and found both of you working.
Yeah.
But what are you doing? You're all tucked up underneath there. You're taking a wiring harness off or something?
Yeah, we gotta get the harness out of the bed. Off the bed. It's clipped all the way across here.
I see. And the harness stays on the frame. So you're preparing to take the bed off.
Yeah, I already got it unbolted.
So is the plan to take the bed off the truck, paint the cab, and then put the new bed on? I see. Bed line, I understand you got the bed liner sprayed in the other one, yeah? Let's go take a look.
Don't be touching it.
So they've got it all taped to cover up the red that we just painted so that they could now paint the bed liner that goes on the inside of it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Wow. This thing has gone through a total transformation. Remember before it was all scratched up and rusty, and then they've sanded it all down, and now they've sprayed it with the bed liner kit. That looks great. This is really going to come out sharp. That looks really good. I like it. Next thing we've got to do, of course, is take the tailgate off of that bed and get it on here. We'll probably do that after the bed's mounted to the truck just to make it lighter. But I'm not going to touch it. I don't want that all over me, but looking good. So the next thing to do is to finish prepping the cab so that we can get the sealer on it, the primer, the color, and the clear. Then we'll switch the beds. We've got Nate, yes, Nate, running a forklift. It is a high-risk situation today at NKY Auto. Oh, wait a second. I think John's using a pry bar.
Hey, John, we gotta unbolt this 10mm right here.
I see they got the truck into the paint booth. Let's take a look at what's going on. Obviously the bed's been taken off of it. That was an ordeal with the forklift and the thing swaying around and wanting to knock into the back of the cab. There was a bracket over here that was giving them a hard time. They got the bracket off, finally was able to get it lifted up and get it out of here. So the frame looks good though, that's nice. Don't see any damage there. Look at this, yeah, you've got it all sanded down. So you're getting ready to put some primer on it?
No, just taping it up right now.
Just taping it up. You're taping it up to primer. Looking good, guys. I like it. All right. Hop, hop. Let's get it done. All right. They've got the truck ready to be sprayed. We have to tape everything off that you don't want to get paint on it. Because first we put the sealer on it, then the primer. So it actually takes quite a bit of work just going around and taping everything. This back panel here is already red. It didn't have any damage. This red paint is super expensive, so no reason to repaint that. So we've got that taped off. And then just where we got the windows down, where we got the windshield out of it, we taped all around there. The front bumper, we're gonna go ahead and paint this lower valence part the red, and that's why it's not taped off. He's got it all sanded down. Looking good. Ready to start putting some sealer, primer, and color on it. I got 1, 2, 3 guys all sitting on their
One of them's yours.
All right, well, looks like you got the Frontier painted. Wow, this thing is looking great. I'm really pleased with it. Man, this looks good. So you didn't run out of paint. You had enough red. How much did this paint cost? I remember you saying it was expensive.
Well, if we mixed it, it was like $800 for 2 quarts.
$800 for 2 quarts. The clear coat was what, another $100 or something? 120, yeah. $800. Expensive. It's called Cayenne Red. It's just an expensive paint. So we tried to conserve as much of it as we could. And the front bumper, gosh, that looks great. You know, it used to have that big gray spot on it, and now it's more like a SL, a platinum or limited edition where everything's painted up. It looks good. So that came out nice. Now the whole process begins with putting it all back together. You got to detape it, you got to put the window back in, put the glasses in, get the bed on it. So we've still got a lot of work ahead of us, but at least it's finally painted. Ah, it's looking good, guys. You're coming along. All right, so you just need me to flex? Oh, hold on. You guys just want to watch?
Yep.
I mean, I could probably just do it myself, right? Ah, shit. All right. Hold on. Okay. This isn't that bad. This thing's pretty light, really. Of course, you're probably doing all the work. Wow, that really wasn't that bad at all. All right, guys. Okay, so now put bolts in, hook up wiring harnesses. Okay, well, they've got some work cut out for them, but at least the bed's sitting on the frame. Okay, so Nate just came over and told me he's got the truck done. So let's take a look, see how that came together. Oh, look at that. The bed's on it, she's looking all done. Oh, yeah, guys, that looks great. You'd never know that this thing had a big tree across the back of it and was all smashed in just 2 weeks ago. So we got her back from the body shop, got her back here on the mechanical side. It's time to do that frontline checklist. I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot on this one. It's got brand new tires all the way around. The brakes looked good on it. But Billy's still gonna take it through the ringer, change all the fluids, get some filters in it. And while we had it over there, we had a little bit of a scare with the leaf spring. I'm not sure if we're gonna need the leaf spring or not. The one side was sitting unlevel when it was in the body shop, but now that we've got the bed on it, it seems to be level. But while Billy's got it on the rack, he's gonna check the spring out, see if we need it. If we do, we've got it here, we'll get it on. And the last thing is the mirror. The passenger side mirror glass is missing, but actually the entire mirror is broken. So it's flopping around. So we got a mirror assembly from our friends at Reitman for 75 bucks. So we'll get that on there. Then hopefully we can get it out on the road and make a final punch list. All right, so it looks like Billy's got it back on the ground. He's wrapping things up. Let's see what he found. Got it on the ground. So what was the deal with the spring?
Everything's fine. The spring was fine. It didn't need a new one.
All right. See, that's why I like this guy. He's saving me money already. That's great. Okay, and that's what I was thinking because it was sitting level. All right.
Sure.
How's the rest of it look?
Oh, everything else was good. So, brake parts in the rear and front.
You had to do them?
Yeah.
Should I trust this thing to make it home tonight?
Good to go.
Oh man, he says I'm good. It's been certified by Billy. You know I'm gonna be safe. I'm taking this thing. Hopefully I'm not making some desperation call from the side of the highway, but I got faith in Billy. I think this is a good one. So I'll check it out, make a final punch list. Hopefully we can get it out of here. So Billy gave me the truck, had pretty much given it a clean bill of health. So I went ahead and drove it all weekend, doing the final punch list on it. And really the only thing I had was a message came up in the instrument cluster saying that the gas cap was loose. That ended up being a history code from when the guys had the bed off of it over in the body shop and had moved the truck around. We hooked up the scanner, that code cleared out and it didn't come back, so that was all good. The only other thing I noticed was there's this little wire hanging down here. It's a zip tie that's holding the trailer wire on. And look at this, I'm gonna fix it myself. Once again, I came out from behind the desk and I got something done. I just frontlined this truck, we're sending it to detail. We got her back from detail and she is looking good, all shined up. I got a chance to drive this truck. What a nice truck. It's gonna make a great daily driver for somebody that needs a little hauling capacity. Really not sure about the numbers on this one. It did have a lot of time in the body shop and a lot of parts and paint. So let's go take a look and see what we got. What a crazy and exciting rebuild this one was on our 2016 Nissan Frontier Crew Cab SV. By the time I paid all the Copart's fees, we had $4,409 into it, which wasn't bad at all. Getting it up here from Lexington right down the street, just a little bit of fuel in the rollback, that was free, but the labor and the parts. As soon as that truck got here and I saw all the additional damage to the roof and the hood and the fenders, I knew it was gonna be a bad one, and it was. The labor just added up and added up. We had $2,200 just in the body shop alone in labor. We spent another $450 over here with our guys, which brought our labor to $2,650. And then the parts, the bed on that truck, we got a great deal at $800, but it's still 800 bucks. And all that additional cayenne red, that super expensive paint, we had $650 into the paint. Our total in parts was $2,321. Not bad on the detail at $270, but our $4,000 truck ends up costing us $9,650. The days on the market, it's high on this, 78%, but the truck does book out at a little over $17,000. It's $17,003. Here's the deal. It is a quarter-ton crew cab V6 four-wheel drive pickup truck, and those always sell. They're quick off the lot. I'm gonna get 80% for that thing all day long, which puts us asking $13,600. And here's the deal. I did just get notified right before making this video. They've already signed a contract on that truck and only took 100 bucks off of it at $13,500. And that's after just 3 days over at the sales lot. So this brings us a contribution margin of $3,850. And that, my friends, is not gonna keep the lights on. That's quite a bit underneath our weekly corporate allocation, what it costs to keep this place up and running. But it was an interesting video. You got to see a lot of stuff from our body shop side, which you don't get to see very often. And this right here is exactly why you don't get to see that very often. When things get over to the body shop, they start running up fast, the costs start getting high, and it's hard to make money. That brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Matt Ryan. This is another episode of NKY Auto.